22nd of September, or it's about 6 o'clock, 6:30 almost maybe, in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. I'm out on an evening walk here, and I'm going to be heading up past the fire hall, which is a bit of a change of scenery. We've been kind of going by a public works yard lately, so today we're going to go by the fire hall and hopefully not get killed, because down over that way it's getting pretty dangerous. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody's week going? Everybody's Monday starting off. Monday's usually everybody's least favorite day of the week. I like Mondays myself because they always seem to fly by quickly. So I'm kind of a fan of Mondays. We're just getting over a rainstorm that swept through southern Ontario, particularly Guelph and KW. So it's kind of dried up now, and it's a good temperature for an evening walk. So that's what we're doing. Nice evening walk tonight. But yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well, and hope everybody's enjoying their Monday. And hopefully, for those of you who watch the stream later, thank you for watching. For those of you who join us while we're here, welcome. And yeah, be sure to drop a comment in the chat and let us know how you're feeling, and let us know what's on your mind, and I'll be sure to give a response. Look at that. Not too busy tonight, but it's busy enough. You know, that's one thing I can't get over. We're on Raymond Street, which runs parallel to Wellington, and pretty busy street. It's actually a main highway, a main Ontario highway, so it's pretty busy. But the speed these people go on this highway is insane. You know, it's that's one problem our city has. You know, as a pedestrian, I know it firsthand because I see it all the time, is speed. People drive really fast and really carelessly, and I see it all the time. I was actually watching the news before I left, the local news for Guelph, and there was a couple with their kids, and the lady passed away. They got hit at the intersection of Paisley and Alma Street, which is a residential area. Paisley is actually a main road, but it's basically in a residential area. Anyway, I was watching that, and they had these two people come on, and they were complaining about the speed, or the design of the road. They were complaining about the design of the road, and how, you know, the road needs to be designed differently to slow people down. And I'm sitting there watching these ladies talk about how the roads are the problem, not the speed of people and not the way people drive. And I'm sitting there thinking, give your head a shake, because it's not the frickin' road's fault or the way the road is designed. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody. It's not the way the road is designed or the way the stoplights or the intersection is designed. It's the people who are driving on it. You know, it's kind of hard to see right now, but most people are actually doing the speed limit, of course, now that I'm filming. But the amazing part is how fast these people go and how unconscious they are of the road rules. So in Guelph, we have had a couple of major accidents involving pedestrians, and now there's this movement in the city to redesign the roads. And redesigning the roads is not going to solve the problem. If people actually drove the speed limit and followed the rules of the road, instead of being fucking careless and speeding all the time and not paying attention, we wouldn't have these problems. So anyway, I'm sitting there, I'm kind of getting a little pissed off thinking about these people complaining about the design of the road and how that's why there's all these accidents, when it's the frickin' drivers that are the problem, and how nowadays people are so careless and irresponsible and just reckless when it comes to driving. So anyway, that's a little rant about the state of Guelph drivers, and that's mainly the problem. So for those of you who live in Guelph or live in a big city and have careless drivers, don't blame the roads or the intersections. Blame the fucking drivers, because that's where it lies. But anyway, thank you guys for joining, and I hope you enjoyed that little rant. Let me know if you want more of them, because I'm happy to do them. Anyway, look at this. Oh, you missed him. Little squirrel was on the garbage cans. But yeah, no. So that's the state of Guelph drivers, and it's kind of funny how, you know, the same people that are complaining about the roads and that will go too fast and text and drive and be irresponsible, but then they'll complain about the roads. I guess it's a lack of accountability, if that's what you want to call it. But yeah, it's not something I fancy. Let's just say that. I see we got a few hellos in the chats and highs. So hello to everybody who typed in the chat. Thank you for joining the stream. This is going to be a short one. We're actually going down by the fire hall. I'm not going to film all the way up there. But they reopened Wellington Street, thank God. That was a whole frickin' shabam of a project. It was a month behind schedule, and so they finally got it open, and we'll go down there and take a look at things. But for those of you who joined the stream and listened to my little rant about fucking people speeding and being careless, thank you. Oh, hello, baby SAGA underscore, or underscore SAGA. Welcome to the stream. I was just saying I'm about to end it. It was a brief stream tonight. Mainly the point of the stream was to rant about drivers in Guelph. As a pedestrian, I see it all the time, plus about drivers and how careless they are and how they don't want to take accountability for their own actions. So for those of you walkers out there, share this stream with your friends, because I think it'll be very valuable. There's a lot of important information in this stream. Hey, what's going on, Fire Photography? I was just doing a rant about drivers and how fucking careless they are. But we're on Wellington Street tonight, heading up towards the fire hall. They reopened Wellington finally, so I'll be able to walk that stretch again, which is nice. I haven't been down here by the fire hall lately. It's kind of been getting a little rough down here, so kind of avoided the area for a bit. There's one right there. You think he even saw me? Think he even saw me turn the fucking corner? Probably not. Anyway, how's it going, Fire Photography? How was your day at school? Oh, it was pretty good. No complaints. Today was kind of a chill day. I stayed in. Tomorrow's a bit busier and the weekend's a bit busier, so I'll be busy for the rest of the week, but today's kind of my off day, and then I've got a couple jobs to do later in the week, so yeah. No complaints. Did you go buffing at all this weekend, or did you get any good catches? I haven't really gotten anything. It's kind of been a slow week for responses. However, I did see the platoon chief and the spare responding this morning, but I was too far away to film them, so. Went to London on Sunday. Oh, nice. Did you? I'm sure you got a response. What responses did you get? London's pretty freaking busy. London seems to be the go-to for the fire buffs. I really should make my way down there one day and spend a day. Did you get the new command truck? I know there's a few new command vehicles in London. No, nothing. Dead day. Really? Well, that sucks. Geez, usually London's pretty busy. I guess it's a crapshoot. You never know. Some days it's busy and other days it's dead. Tried to get car 2. Is that a new one? Car 2, or is that? I know Ben's been posting some videos of some of the new vehicles that London's got. They look good. Like, they got really nice flash patterns and really nice looking vehicles. They're Fords, but I can live with that. We got a Ford, so. Steady with code 3 all days. Car 2 and car 6 are new. Okay, yeah. I think Ben mentioned something about car 9. I don't know if that's a new vehicle or not, but I did hear something about car 9. So let me know if that's a new vehicle. But I actually posted a picture on my community tab of one of the new rescue truck that London's getting. I'm actually going to head up that way, Cameron. I'm on Wellington right now, so I'm really close to the police station. So I'll make my way up there, and we'll see if we can get any responses. For those of you who are just tuning in, they reopened Wellington Street, finally. They repaved it. They're all these restaurants, I don't know about A&W, but further up they're gonna expropriate and build some residential high-rises, or at least that's the plan. I don't know. This city, who knows? New car 9 is coming soon. Okay, yeah. They kind of remind me, like the flash patterns on those new London vehicles kind of remind me of the flash patterns and the lighting setup of the new Ottawa pickup trucks. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but the new Ottawa fire rescue trucks or pickup trucks are pretty nice. Took them long enough. Yeah, it did. I go to Wendy's for breakfast a lot in the morning, so I was actually talking to one of the construction workers, and he was saying during the process of reconstructing it, there was a mistake made when they were laying the pipes, and they had to re-engineer part of the road and then recontinue with the reconstruction process. So I don't know what happened there, but they got it all done, thank God. The A&W used to be a Taco Bell. That's right, it did used to be a Taco Bell. I remember when it was a Taco Bell. It was actually kind of a neat building, and they redid it and turned it into an A&W. So for those of you who like A&W, it's a good little spot. I like the Wendy's because you're right by the fire hall and the police station. There's a lot of action down here usually, a lot of responses and other action. So oh, by the way, Cameron, I got that new Ford pickup. I don't know if you're still on the stream, but Cameron, if you watch this later, I did get the new Ford pickup on film. I did a little walk around video of it with the lights on. The cop was nice enough to show it to me all lit up, and it's got a nice light pattern on it. Oh, you did see that? Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty cool truck, actually. Well, I guess Wyndham's not open. They've got all the construction equipment here, so I'll have to jog around this. Luckily, there's a bike lane. The only time a bike lane is actually useful. But here's the fire headquarters. That used to be a grocery store. For those of you who don't know, the fire headquarters actually used to be the Simonian grocery store back in the 70s, early 70s, late 60s. They're going to all Explorers and F-150s now? Okay. I knew they were getting the one F-150 for, the traffic division. And it has like commercial vehicle inspection stuff in it, and kind of a neat truck. But I did not know they are getting more. And the new Explorers, does Guelph have any new 2025 Explorers? I know Bylaw does, but I don't know about the police. Maybe you know, Cameron. This is their storage yard for all their equipment. I've never driven an F-150. I've driven a Chevy Tahoe, and they're pretty fast, but I've never actually driven an F-150. Oh, they have two? Okay. I think they have an unmarked one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they have an unmarked blue Explorer. And I think that one's for traffic. I think I've seen it before, but I don't know. Traffic guys are getting them in blue. Okay, yeah. Well, blue's a nice color. I remember the old Taurus that they used to have used to be blue. And the one was blue at least. I don't know about, I think they had a black one too. There's the lineup of cruisers going on shift. Yeah, but I know they used to have a Taurus up until like 2 years ago, and they got rid of it. So I don't know. I think we're all Explorers now. All the new cars. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. Yeah, so it's been a while since we've been down Fountain Street. I don't know how many streams you've watched, Cameron, but this is the first one in a while that I've actually come down to this neck of the woods. Primarily because of some of the overflow from downtown. It's just shift changed. Now you're going to see a lot of officers there. Yeah, it's probably right around the time. It's probably close to 7 o'clock, but there was a lot of officers when I went by. I actually said hello to one of them. I don't know if you guys caught that. I rented one from the rental company, went down the road. When you accelerate from 100 to 140, it's fun. My Ford Escape has a 2.5 liter i4 and is super efficient. My dad has a Ford Focus with an i4, a 2 liter inline 4-cylinder, and it's pretty peppy. I've driven it a couple times. Now it's an older Focus, but it's actually pretty peppy, and I've driven it. It's pretty fun. I used to be a Ford guy, and then I kind of converted over to GM. But the way GM's going with some of their newer vehicles, I don't know if you guys really follow the new cars, but the way GM's going with some of their newer vehicles, I'm actually kind of disappointed with them. Their quality has gone through the shitter, and yeah, it's just not the same quality that it used to be. I knew someone who had a 19 Silverado, and their master cylinder went on it, and they got it fixed at the dealer, and it was like $5,000 to get it replaced. And yeah, it was just mind-boggling. Welcome to the stream. Here we are at 12 Base, the ambulance station. I think Guelph is going to be building a new ambulance station, so that's probably in the works. They put out the tender for the designers, so I'm sure that's in the works, and they'll get that built probably in the next couple of years. Probably be a few years, but they'll get it done. So, Cameron, how have you been? What have you been up to? I don't know if you're still on the stream, but how have you been doing? Josh Dills doesn't work at the Guelph Police anymore. He went to the OPP. Oh, did he? Okay. Actually, the one traffic officer I was talking to, I don't know his name, but he actually started at the OPP, and then he went over to the Guelph Police and became a traffic officer there. Josh Dills, wasn't he the school officer? The school police officer? I think I remember him. You know, I lose track of people over the years, but I think he was our school officer. And actually, they're bringing back the school police officers now, so that's kind of a good thing. Focus is very reliable from what I've heard. I've considered one. My 2012 Escape has electronic power steering. I've never had that before. Avoid it. Steering is really difficult if it stalls. I believe it's difficult if it stalls. I know I've driven a Chevy Silverado and it had electric steering in it, and it was actually pretty good. Like it was a pretty good system, and it worked pretty well most of the time. But I believe it. If it breaks, it's probably not pleasant to work with. Oh, he was the school police officer. Okay, yeah, I remember that. So how have you been, Cameron? How's life treating you? It's been a while since I've seen you on the YouTube channel. I know you've probably been busy, but it's good to see you again, man. We should maybe meet up sometime or reconnect. I got along well with you in school. It's amazing, you know, for those of you who are watching, I do have quite a few friends that join the live streams that know me personally, and so it's nice to kind of reconnect with them. I've been good, finishing up my degree in criminology and policing and working as an educational assistant in the meantime. Well, that's awesome, man. Good for you. Good for you. So do you plan to be a police officer, or do you want to do something else, or what's your long-term plan? Because being a police officer is pretty tough job nowadays. I wouldn't want their job the way the society is. Have always been really nice, so the way we came, and I'm gonna head home now, but this stream went on a little bit longer than I expected. Originally, the reason I did this stream was I wanted to do a little bit of a rant on the drivers in Guelph, just to kind of garner some awareness, but it turned into a little bit more, so thank you to those who have stuck out for this stream, and look up the 2012 Ford Escape electric power steering on YouTube. I freaked out when I saw the module. It's a massive electric motor, I think about 2 feet in front of your chest. I think it might emit EFM. Oh wow. Well, I'm sure it's a pretty complex system. I know those Fords, some of them newer ones were hard to work on. I know the Fusion Hybrid was a bit of a iffy vehicle to work on. Going to be applying for Guelph next May once I graduate. Well, that's awesome. Best of luck. I'm sure you'll do well. You've probably got a lot of connections at the department, which certainly helps nowadays. And good luck out there. So would you start out as like a special constable, or would you actually go right into full-time policing? How would that work? Because I know a lot of guys, they start out as a special constable and then they work their way up to full-time, and the police kind of see how they are and make the decision. So is that kind of how it would work, or are you looking for actual full-time position? So we're back on Wellington, heading towards Raymond. I'm really glad the rain cleared up. I was kind of worried when I first started this walk that the rain would be a problem, but it seems to have cleared up, so I'm really happy about that. This chat is really busy tonight. I always like it when we have an active chat and we're having conversations. I enjoy chatting with you guys, and that's the main reason why I do these streams, is because I really enjoy chatting with you and connecting with you and seeing how things are going. The drivers in Guelph are mostly gang stalkers, in my opinion. Keep a huge following distance. Avoid other vehicles. I drove down the Hanlon on-ramp doing 40 until the horde of vehicles passed. You can do either, but I think I'm going for constable. Well, that's awesome, man. Good luck. I hope you do well. Fire photography. I might be doing a stream this week. Well, if you do, let me know, because I'll be sure to join in. And for those of you who haven't checked out Fire Photography's channel yet, be sure to do that, because he's got a lot of amazing content, mainly around London and St. Thomas. He's got some really good content, so if you haven't seen his channel, be sure to check it out, because there's a lot of good content on there. You're welcome. You're welcome, man. You deserve it. And I'm sure, you know, if you keep at it, you'll do really well. You'll take a look at the channel. Well, thanks for doing that. I appreciate that. He's a really good YouTuber, and he's a personal friend of mine, so I really want to give him a plug, and hopefully people check him out. And Cameron, since you like police vehicles, you might want to check his channel out. He's got some good content on there. Got St. Thomas Police and London Police and some OPP stuff, some really good stuff on there. You know, it's amazing. There was a while there where I was getting a lot of police responses, and I was actually doing pretty well with that stuff, and now it's kind of lagged a bit. I haven't really seen any police responses, and it's kind of been slow in that sense, but hopefully I'll get a cop responding soon for the channel, because those seem to do pretty well. And I put out a poll for those of you who haven't taken part in the poll yet. It's an opinion poll. Which police cruiser do you prefer? Do you prefer the Tahoe PPV by Chevrolet, or do you prefer the Ford Police Interceptor Utility by Ford Motor Company? I myself prefer the Tahoe, just because it's a bit bigger and it's got a V8 engine, but probably in terms of reliability, nowadays with GM, I'm sure the Ford might be better in terms of reliability. So let me know what you guys think if you haven't taken that poll. Should get a mountain bike, a handlebar mount for your phone, and get some videos that way. I got some videos that way. Cover more distance, see more stuff. That's a good idea. You know, the only thing with that is, if I rode a bike, and I have in Guelph, I would ride it on the sidewalk. I will not ride it in the bike lanes. I'm just too nervous to ride on the road. I don't even... I actually had my beginner's license, and I was doing driving school, and I was kind of trying to get a handle on things, and I just can't get comfortable driving, so my beginners ended up expiring, and I never got my license. But for the time I did drive, you know, it was a little bit nerve-wracking for me. I like cars, which sucks but we'll see. Maybe in a few years I'll go back and try again, but I'll try it when I'm ready and better prepared. I was kind of a little bit pressured into getting my license the first time around, so when I'm a little bit more prepared and willing to do it, I'll do it, and I'll probably follow through better. But yeah, never rush yourself. That's the lesson from that. St. Thomas Police is going to the Battenberg or checked design is ugly. Yeah, I don't like the checker design. Barry actually has it too, and I'm not a fan of it, but I think that's only Fire Photography. If you're in this conversation, you can correct me. I think that's only on special constables. I don't know though, but let me know about that, Fire Photography, because I'm not sure if it's just special constables or we got rid of them. Oh, we got rid of that. Okay, well, that's good. That's good, because it's kind of a tacky design. I hope Guelph doesn't do it. That's not a problem. I ride everywhere on the sidewalk and use the road to pass pedestrians. Yeah, that's actually, I have a friend who does the same thing. I've lived in Guelph most of my life. I've done 20,000 kilometers on the sidewalk over my lifetime, never been a sidewalk, never been warned by the police. Yeah, me neither. I never had a problem with the police when I rode bikes either on the sidewalk. Only had it on one for like a few months. Okay, so it was kind of like a pilot project maybe. They tested it, checked it out, see how they liked it, and they didn't like it. I know Barrie has the design. I don't know if there's any videos of like the newer Barrie police cars responding, but they have that, I call it British checkered pattern, and I don't like it, so. But we are a colony of Britain, so maybe somebody got inspiration from that, who knows. I think as long as we keep Gordon Kobe, we will be keeping the gray and white. Well, hopefully. I like the gray and white. You know, when the livery first came out, I don't know about you guys, but when the Guelph Police livery first came out, I didn't like it because I was so used to the old one. But now, over the last year or two, it's really growing on me, and I like it now. It's good. And if you look at Aylmer Police, it kind of reminds me of Aylmer Police in a sense, and it's much better looking than Toronto's, more character, but it's kind of the same gray and white scheme as Toronto's as well. Yeah, officers didn't like it. London has it on their special constables. Okay, does London have it? Maybe that's what I was thinking about. You love it. Yeah, the Guelph Police livery is a nice livery. I can't say the same for the fire department or the paramedics. I don't like their liveries at all. But let me know what you guys think of the Guelph Wellington paramedics livery and the Guelph fire livery. I don't like them. I didn't like them when they redid them. Aylmer got a few new units actually. Oh, did they? Nice. I don't imagine that's a very busy town for police responses. When I found out Aylmer Police had a police service, I was actually pretty surprised. I thought they would be OPP, but yeah, they actually kind of have their own service, I guess. I know Orangeville, for those of you guys who don't know, Orangeville used to have a police service, and then they got rid of the police service and they went to OPP. Same with New Liskeard, they had a police service up north, and New Liskeard went to OPP as well. EMS and fire are just plain. Yeah, they are. 100%. I agree. They're not great. I'd like to see a nice design myself. Let me know what you guys think, but I like two-tone. Like black and red or white and red. I like two-tone. I don't like just regular red. I feel like red is so common. I like the two-tone. That's where I like Port Huron's livery, because they're two-tone, black and red. For those of you guys who haven't seen my Port Huron fire truck engine 3 responding, check that video out. It's a good video. Nice Sutphin pumper they have. Aylmer is where the police college is. Oh, really? Okay, nice. I think they have one in Windsor too, do they? Or is that wrong? You can correct me if I'm wrong, Cameron. But I did not know they had one in Aylmer. So we're on Wellington now, or Raymond, which runs parallel to Wellington. You know, I always kind of said I'd love to live in one of these apartments because you're right on Wellington Street and you'd see all the responses, because there's a lot of responses on Wellington, including OPP and a lot of other emergency services. So Wellington would be a nice street to kind of live parallel to, just if you wanted to film responses. You wouldn't have to go very far to get some good ones, because there's usually always some action going on Wellington. Although Wellington and Edinburgh, the intersection is pretty dangerous. And again, like I said earlier in my stream, it's not the intersections or the designs of the road that's the problem. It's the frickin' drivers. So just keep that in mind before you blame the intersection. Anyway, we're almost at the end of Raymond here. I'm going to go up to Waterloo and cross. Just because I'm on the phone, I don't want to, because it's a bit of a busy intersection. You don't want to be distracted when you're crossing it. I want to get a Sutphin responding for the channel soon. I tried in Windsor, no luck there. Truck 1, which is a Sutphin, and in Niagara for Aerial 1. But I have caught their departments before. I actually caught 2 Sutphins on my channel now that I think of it. I caught Port Huron Engine 3 responding, and a video that did horribly, I got Windsor Fire Department Truck 2 responding, which is a 75-foot mid-mount aerial. I actually caught it on the main road in Windsor that takes you to the border. So that was a lucky catch. Was it Truck 2 or Truck 5? I think it was Truck 2 that I got in Windsor. That was about 2 years ago. And that video did horribly in terms of views. So if you haven't seen that video, be sure to check it out and give it some love, because it could use it. The main one in Elmer is in Elmer, where everyone goes. Vanver, the Provincial Police Academy, and Aurelia, where the OPP officers and Toronto Police have their own as well. Okay. Yeah, I knew there was a big facility in Aurelia, and I kind of figured it was for OPP officers. That would be a pretty cool job, being an OPP officer, working on the highways. I think that'd be kind of neat. Cross before you get to the intersection. Jaywalking is the way to go. Don't like walking in front of the crazy Guelph drivers. You ever see how many got hit by senior citizens this year? GPD post. I have seen so many close calls, and I've seen people get hit, and it's not good. But I don't jaywalk because I usually run across. And I've had it happen once on Elmira where I ran across and I fell on the frickin' road. And I don't know if you guys know, who are familiar with Guelph, know Elmira Road, but they go fast on that road. So I had to get up off my ass quick and get off the road. So that was a scary experience. So since then, I don't jaywalk. I'd rather get hit right at the intersection by a guy who mistook the brake for the gas, and then get hit where they're going 60 or 70 kilometers an hour. Really, they're going 80 kilometers an hour because none of them do the speed limit. I've got a few great responding videos where I'm from, but you have great videos too. Gordon Thomas, thank you for joining the stream. I've actually seen your channel before, and I'm subscribed to it. You're from KW region, and you do have some good content, so be sure to check him out as well, Gordon Thomas. He's got some good content from KW, whether it's Waterloo Regional Paramedics or the police or the fire. Go check them out. It was Truck 2 that you caught. I believe Truck 2 is a spare. Windsor is fun to buff. Yes, it was Truck 2, I think. And it's a spare now. I did not know that. Must be older. Windsor is a good place to buff. I've actually had pretty good luck there. Even before I started the channel, I used to go to Windsor a lot more, and I always saw responses. Paisley and Alma is crazy. There has been 2 now. Yes, there has been. And the one actually at Paisley and Alma, the one guy where the cars rolled over, there was a rollover there. The one guy ran the red light, or lady, we'll call him a person. The one person ran the red light, and that's why there was an accident. So there is another example of running red lights and causing accidents. So I'm from the KW area. Yes, yeah, I knew that because I've seen your channel. Hey, how you doing? Good. EMS is really busy in Windsor. Caught the ambulances all in a few minutes there. Fine. Fire is also pretty steady. Yeah, EMS is, I remember the last time I was in Windsor, the EMS were crazy busy. They actually went into code red, which means they have no ambulances, although now it's code 0. And they went into code red, they had no ambulance, so they were starting to bring them in from Chatham, Kent, because they had none. So that was a pretty cool experience. I actually got a few responding. I got one on camera. It wasn't a very good video, but I got it on camera coming off EC Road there, and it was going up the street towards the city. How's it going? Well, I'm actually on the phone right now. If I could, I would. Take care. Good luck. I think the guy in the truck hit our parents. Hit one of the parents also. Did the parents run the red light? Because, yeah, I don't know what happened there. I saw it on the news today and they said it was still under investigation. So I don't know if whose fault it was, but I did hear the parents ran the red light. I also heard that someone didn't see the family that crossed, so I don't know who to believe, but I know they're investigating it, so we'll see what comes of that. I'm hoping to get a few, Well, if you ever come to Guelph, good luck filming responses. I'm sure you'll catch something if you stay long enough. Best suggestion is go down by headquarters, Guelph Police Headquarters and Guelph Fire Headquarters. You'll most likely get something there. There's always something going on at that particular area. I got some vicious geese up here, so I'm going to cross. And I'm going to end the stream because I'm getting close to home. But, yeah, thank you for joining. And for those of you who haven't already, subscribe to the channel as I'm running across the street. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And be sure to check out some of my latest videos. There's going to be a little bit of lull in full-length videos because I haven't really got that much content in the Pike. I got a couple train videos up. If you like trains, you can watch that. But yeah, there's 900 videos between videos and shorts and live streams, so I'm sure you'll find something to entertain you. But thank you for those of you who joined the stream. Hold on, I'm getting a number. You should visit some military base areas. Last time I drove to London, I took the roads north of a 401. There's a CF base in the area. I saw jets, or I saw an LAV driving down the road, and I saw 3 jets fly. Well, that's awesome. I'd like to get some military content. I actually did get some military content. I got a Canadian Air Force CP-140 Aurora at Toronto Pearson Airport taking off. And I also got a US Air Force F-35 landing. It's too bad we're encrypted in Guelph. Yes, it is. It is too bad, and now it's just we got to do guesswork. It's guesswork when we're going to get a response now, but yeah, everything's gone. All good things must come to an end, as the saying goes. Nice to talk to you. Have a great night. Well, thank you for joining towards Viterra. Thank you for joining Cameron, Gordon, Fire Photography. Thank you to all of those who joined the stream. And I'm going to end it now and say goodnight. So for those of you who haven't already subscribed to the channel, check out my newest videos and some of my older videos as well. And thank you for watching. And we'll see you again soon. Have a good night.